Hey, Internet, Eric here. It's been a while since I've actually done like a long video, I guess you would say. Mostly been doing shorts lately because life's so busy with work and home and stuff like that. I've only been able to like upload 1 minute shorts here. But oh man, the I guess you would say the movie discussion I'm talking about tonight. There's also another reason why it's taken me so long to discuss it. Per request of wanting to know my opinion on something, um, I guess you'd say a fellow Twitter or X follower, whatever the hell it's called now. I won't reveal them because their profile is private. Someone who they know who they are. Someone who I enjoy discussing films with, and a big Keanu Reeves Grogu fan. We'll say that. Wanted to know my thoughts on tonight's, I guess you would say, subject, and came out last year. Tonight I'm discussing Skinamarink. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I discuss plot spoilers, specific scenes, what have you. Oof, man. Okay, I don't remember what my friend said, what they thought of this movie. I'll tell you this. Okay, basic plot of this is we're following this family, mainly the son and the daughter, and they are in their home, and they are. God, how do I really explain it? They're basically alone in their house because their parents eventually disappear. They're walking around doing random stuff, eating cereal, watching TV, and the doors and windows of their home are mysteriously disappearing. Chairs are mysteriously put on the ceiling. They're hearing creepy voices and being told to do things that they don't want to do. That's basically it. Oof, this one was rough. I'll say this is why it took me so long. This took me 3 attempts to watch this film. Uh, all right, let me get this straight. First off, the cast. There's 4 people in it. It's mainly the children, and you mainly just hear their voices. Um, there's hardly any audio or dialogue in this movie at all. You hear the. It's mainly the boy and the girl. The boy has this. He's probably maybe 5. The girl's a little older. He's kind of got this little bit of a lisp, or how you feel like you talk with your mouth full of slobber. So that's how he kind of talks. And then you got the older sister who just whispers. You don't see him on screen other than just maybe like the one kid sitting there in the hallway. Um, so there's really no chemistry. There's no chemistry between them and the parents because mom, I think, is in one scene, dad is in maybe 2 scenes, and you never see them together because the camera shots are usually just camera shot of the wall, camera shot of the light on the ceiling, camera shot of the ceiling fan. Okay, hey, look, here we have them watching TV, but we have just half the TV as they're watching some like old Tex Avery cartoon. There's really no chemistry between any of the actors and actresses because you never fucking see them on screen before. Um, I'll say this about this movie. A lot of people are saying it's like a David Lynch film, probably because he's the easiest name to go to when the movie's fucking weird. I'll say this about David Lynch. I don't understand a lot of his shit. I don't understand Mulholland Drive. I don't understand The Lost Highway. I didn't understand season 2 of Twin Peaks, even though Twin Peaks season 1 was kind of goofy. But I'm never bored. However, Lynch has also made great fucking movies like The Elephant Man, which is a, an abnormal subject matter, but it's a true story. It's not fucking weird. You know what I mean? You can follow it from beginning to end. He made The Straight Story, which is a fantastic G-rated Disney film about a man who finds out his brother is dying and he's so old he can't drive. He doesn't have a license, so he drives all the way across the country on his riding lawnmower to visit him before he dies. As weird as that sounds, it's a fantastic movie. I think Lynch is the person, like I said, the go-to for weird movies. I'm never bored. The main problem with Skinamarink is I'm just fucking bored through the entire film. This movie is an hour and 40 minutes long. I bet you if you cut out all the random shots of the rug, the cereal bowl, the hallway, all this stuff, you could probably make this an interesting 45 minutes short, maybe even a half hour. Because I'll tell you this, when I first got into watching this movie, I was a little bit bored. But as the movie started off, I couldn't take my eyes away because I wanted to know where this was going. You had a lot of the whispering. The kids are talking, and suddenly you hear this crying, and the kid fell down the stairs, the son. And it's the dad, you hear the door shut, and you hear the car going to the hospital. He's calling somebody on the phone. I don't know if he's calling the wife or somebody because mom's gone. You don't know what's going on with mom because, the daughter says, I don't want to talk about mom right now. So you don't know what's going on with this kid. Did he fall down the stairs, and is this movie all in his head, type of thing? Because that's when the weird stuff really starts to happen. You hear these voices, and the voices are creepy. There's a handful of jump scares. Apparently, I think the daughter was going to do something, or he was being coaxed to do something by the demon voice or whatever. Decided not to do it, and then she turned into this faceless, mouthless creature. You know what I really thought about now that I think about this? This movie really reminded me of that short in the Twilight Zone movie. Little bits and pieces of the Joe Dante chapter with the kid who would do crazy things like it, with his mind. Because we always had the focus on the Tex Avery cartoons, and then we saw the lady without the face and the mouth, which is like the sister in the wheelchair. God, there's not really that much of a soundtrack. And that's what makes this movie really boring, because it's a lot of just shots. Here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Kids talking. Let's go here. And it kind of reminded me about like one of those, what would you say, like artsy films like people would make in college, where they have all this meaning behind it, and eventually just kind of, it's, boring. I don't know what to say with this video. Hour and 40 minutes of nothing really happening, trying to be artsy, trying to be scary, and it was nothing of the sort. There's some disturbing images by the end of this film. The end of this film. Like, there's a scene where the kid is, I'm going to spoil the hell out of it, the kid is told by the demon to, like, stab himself in the eye with a knife. And he does. You don't see it on screen, but you hear the kid yelling. So there's some disturbing stuff like that. I looked online to find out what the meaning of this fucking movie was, and it could either be all in the head of the kid after he fell down the stairs and he's possibly in a coma, stupid, or it's just an allegory for child abuse, because eventually the parents leave, they're sucked away or whatever, and they're dealing with this demon that is just abusing them, neglecting them, stuff like that. Because at the end, there's another scene of just random, the kid is screaming and we hear blood, we see blood shooting on, I don't know if it's the fucking ceiling, but it's upside down, and that's the rug, and it's repeatedly, shot at on the floor. And is the kid killed? I don't know. Because then we hear the kid is laying in his bed, he's looking up at this face that's telling him to go to sleep. Is that the kid's own face telling him to go to sleep so now he can die? I don't know. I haven't been this confused in a movie since I've watched, I guess you would say, Lost Highway. But the thing is, David Lynch has some style. Whoever this dude is, I don't get it. Astonishing films like this come along once in a generation. Thank God. Didn't find it astonishing at all. What David Lynch's Poltergeist must have looked like. Skinamarink will let loose absolute terror. Not scary at all. You know what I mean? I like jump scares. A lot of people shit on the Nightmare on Elm Street remake because they say it's nothing but jump scares. This had jump scares that weren't scary. It was like one of those, because it was loud, obnoxious, out of place, but it didn't add anything to the story. You know what I mean? Nightmares walk through a vivid sensation of nostalgia. Nope. Why? Because it had one of them phones with the eyeballs on the front, and the smiley face, which was a creepy image. I will say that. But there's generally no other film like Skinamarink. That's for fucking sure. So to my friend on Twitter or X or whatever, I don't know if you like this. I don't know if you just thought it was weird and you wanted to know my opinion. I did not like this film. I don't recommend it at all. I like a lot of weird shit, but I guarantee you there's people out there that enjoy this movie. God bless you. If you are, that's it. That's all I got to say, for this movie. If you are, please tell me, what is it you like about this film? Please comment in the comments below. Tell me what it is you like this film. Am I missing the point here? Comment below and tell me what the point of this film is. I could be overlooking this, because I'll guarantee you this. I understand a lot of films that are open for interpretation deserve or need a second or possibly third watch. I'm never watching this film again. There's a reason why it took me 3 times. I was dreading it after like the first watch, because like I said, it was boring, but I wanted to see where it was going, because it was starting to amp up with the windows disappearing and the chair going on the ceiling. The toilet disappeared, so the kids had to like shit in a bucket. Shit and piss in a bucket. What's going on? Where's it going? And then we get that fucking 45 minutes to an hour of nothing happening. Chop out an hour. Make this a 30 to 40 minute short. It would work so much better. You can have short films and be good. This was way too long. Never watching this again. Sorry to my friend, not Code. You know who you are. Still love you, but oof. This one was rough. Cheers.